Hello everybody, and welcome back to some Sky Adventures. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. I am. So, last episode we completed just some random quests to get some of them knocked out of the way. We did some ingots, we did our flux, we did reactors, and we did some Project Red. Today, I'm not exactly sure what all we're going to get into yet. We are going to get into what I have been doing since last episode. I have been quite busy. First off, bee breeding. I've been working on our bees. Our drum is just about full. That has run through all the combs. I have gotten everything, not everything, but the stuff together for 3 more of these quests. We needed the unstable propolis, which was actually pretty easy to get. Transmutating comb, which I got from the transmutating princess, which is unusual, which we get out of an unusual hive, and immutable, which is the unusual and eldritch. Eldritch I had gotten out of another bee breeding along the way. So that quest is done. Next up is this pulsating mesh. Pulsating mesh is made from the pulsating propolis. Pulsating propolis is gotten from oblivion bees. Oblivion bees are actually just the bees that you find in the end. Why, there's chorus fruit there. So we can take these, and boom, we've got our pulsating mesh. So that quest is complete. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So next up we have the woven silk. The woven silk is made from the silk wisp, not wasp, and it's made in a carpenter. I have carpenters set up all over the place here. We need some water. And that should give us our woven silk. Beautiful. That takes care of that quest. Now the pulsating mesh is used, you can use it to make ender pearls. Why would you? Well, I guess if you're getting it from bees, it's alright. So you can use it to make ender pearls. The woven silk is used to make the apiarist outfits and to make the alveary sieve. Which a lot of stuff that we are not necessarily going to get into. Also, since last episode, you will notice I'm wearing glasses. I have got into some tree breeding. Not a whole lot into it. Tree breeding is one of those things that's just a time-consuming process. Basically, a few things you're going to need is this here portable analyzer. This does bees, trees, and saplings. Or not saplings, butterflies. You need honey in order to make it work, which we've got a bunch of honey in there, and we have my honey production has gone up. So bee breeding, basically you take any vanilla. Well, you don't have to take and do that. I put a vanilla tree in this analyzer. I've got all kinds of trees here, but basically you put it in here and it'll tell you about it. Basically just like it would with bees. And then you plant a bunch of vanilla trees around and they will slowly start to change. But you need bees. I've got just forest drones in here running. I've had this thing running for a couple days now. We've got butterflies starting, but I have gotten a few different saplings out of this. Matter of fact, one of these saplings is one of them that we need for a quest. Now the rest of these I have Let's see here. We've got to go through actual breeding. So it's just a matter of getting different trees and doing it. So basically you're going to need this portable analyzer. You need this grafter. And you need your spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch. So as you can see with these spectacles, you can see that these leaves have changed. If we take them off, you can see it, but not as well. Basically, we take the grafter and we get a sapling right there, which is already what we've got. So that's basically what I've been doing. I've been letting these things do their work, go around, collect some saplings, and see if I can get anything that I need. Most of the time, it's not anything that's going to do me a bit of good. And then, of course, we can just get our grafter out of here and keep on going. This one. So basically I'll get a bunch of new saplings off of these trees, and then I will change them out into something else and keep going until I get which trees that I need. As far as exact science to this, I don't know if there is or not. I'm just kind of working on making my way through this to try to get what I need. This looks different. What do we have here? It's teak. We already have a teak tree because that's what this is. So yeah, this is kind of the process that I've been going through for a while now. And I'm slowly getting, like I said, we've got one of the trees that we need. And we'll slowly get the rest of the trees that we need. That is not what we are going to be doing today. Part of what we're going to be doing today is I have way out here, I have set up the botanic miner. I decided I was going to try something. Which was the reason why I have a bunch of worms, or silkworms on me. The botanic miner will give you leaves for everything. Matter of fact, we can get the leaves that we need for these trees. The only problem is we can't get anything from it. No sapling or anything like that. I've tried using a crook on them. I've broke thousands of leaves and got nothing. So yeah, that is a thing. So now, as far as at least part of what we're going to do today, I have got this thing set up ready to go. It's a long process, and I wasn't exactly sure how to do it. I had to do a lot of research. I've done this one other time. So our nuclear reactor. I'm going to pause this video, not pause this video, but I'm going to sit here right here for a minute and tell you about all this stuff. First off, we've got advanced heat vents. We've got component heat exchangers, and we got component heat vents. These are all, this is not a setup that I did. I had to actually look at somebody else's setup and see. Like I said, I'm not very good at this, and if you don't set these up just exactly so, they will blow up. So, if you want to figure out how to set it up, right here is a good opportunity to pause the video and look. Good? Got it? Alright, let's go on. Alright, so we've got the nuclear reactor we had made before in the middle. We've got the reactor chambers that we had made surrounded all sides of it. I have got a drawer filled with, we need to change our, before I start messing with some of this stuff, we need to get on our hazmat suits so we don't wind up taking poison. I've got fuel rods made. Basically, to make the fuel rods, we've got the macerator. Macerator is empty. Let's get to this. Get some uranium. You can put this in here. This will break it down into chunks. If it'll hurry up. We don't have all day. There we go, crushed uranium ore. And then it goes over here to the thermal centrifuge. This thing has to heat up and then it'll go, and then it turns the, where are we at here? Turns the crushed uranium into uranium-235 pile of it, and uranium-238. These are the two things that we need to make enriched. Wait, that has EMC. I was not aware of that. That's the only thing in here that has EMC. Anyways, you can use that. Get the enriched uranium fuel. You need a metal former to make the empty fuel rods, which are made from a metal former with iron plate set to extruding. It'll give you these fuel rods. And then a canning machine. You place, I don't have any of the stuff made up here. Wait, this has EMC. We can do this. And that has EMC. And basically, you put your fuel in here. It will put it inside of the fuel rods. The fuel rods we're putting over here, and I have this set to insert, and it will insert into only the holes that are empty. We've got to set an extract for the empty fuel rods, but of course we don't have any empty fuel rods yet, so that is not going to do us any good. I've got a flux plug set up here, just basically in order for it to not blow up and keep making power. I've got it set to go into this trash can. This should work. So here goes nothing. Now this is not going to generate a whole lot of EU because we are using the small fuel rods. The fuel rods have EMC. And do a whole lot of checking. Of course, it was the middle of the night when I decided to sit and do this. So basically, these will slowly go down over time. This should be getting, it is transferring the RF. So that is beautiful. I just got to keep an eye on this to make sure that we don't lose anything. Basically, we need to get 9 of these fuel rods. And the whole reason for that is that's not going to do me any good. We need these depleted fuel rods, which we put back in a thermal centrifuge and get our tiny piles of plutonium. We need 3 of these to make 1 pellet of RTG fuel. So I've got to run through 36 of these fuel rods before we can get into any of that. So yeah, I've got to keep an eye on this, let this thing go. Like I said, these can be made a lot better, more efficient probably, I'm not sure. But this is going to take a little bit of time. Matter of fact, these have durability, so all we need is 1 empty. Oh no, the depleted ones aren't any good. Maybe we catch one right at where it's fixing to be empty and we can just do it like that. Anyways, we're done. That's kind of the whole gist of setting one of these up. Like I said, you can get more power using bigger fuel rods. We're not worried about creating power with it. I just want plutonium. Are all the plutonium off of me? Yes. Alright, so anything else I have done since last episode? I do not believe so. No. Alright, So as far as stuff we're going to work on today, at least for now, we're going to work on taking care of, I think I've got all this stuff learned. We've got to do all the jerkies. We're going to work on completing our next set of quest. Our next chapter of quest. So first thing we need is the cooking for blockheads book. Let us get a book. Let's go up here to our trusty furnace. Most of this stuff will be pretty easy for us to just breeze through right quick. We'll try to get this set of quests done. So that is done. Our cooking for blockheads 2 book is 2 crafting tables and 2 diamonds. Now, of course, this does absolutely no good for us because we have our life stone here, so we're not eating anything as it is. So there is cooking for blockheads 2. Ooh, that's going to give us a loot crate. Put the money up and our loot crate. Golden carrots. I think we already have those learned. We do. So next up is the cooking table, the oven, the sink, kitchen counter, and fridge. Wait a minute. Okay, it's each one. So cooking table is our block. We're gonna need a bunch of terracotta. All right. Regular terracotta. Furnace, glass, iron, a sink we already got. Let's go ahead and turn that one in. Alright, so we need, oh, that's stone. That should work. There is our cooking table. We need the oven. Oh, it has to be black stained glass. Oh, I don't have that, I don't think. Ink. There is our oven. We've got the sink. We need the fridge. I need to learn to spell. There's our iron door. There's our fridge. Oh, we need 2 of those. Easy enough. That one is done. And then we need 2 kitchen counters. And we need more stone. Beautiful. So now that is done. Next up is our spice rack. Really? That's all it is? Spice rack is... oh, we need 2 of those. We need a fruit basket. This is one that I've never made. Pressure plate and slabs. I guess I've made a pressure plate. So there is our fruit basket. Next up, we'll do that one in a minute. Tool rack. We need some slabs. There we go. And then finally we need a toaster. Let's get rid of that and that. Really, I haven't made a button yet. Iron trap door, button, and that should be our toaster. Beautiful, and that has all of that complete. Alright, so cow in a jar. We need to make a milk jar, which is glass, oak, and some milk. Oh, I got rid of all my glass. And this may wind up being a problem. May wind up having a big problem because I do not have animals spawning right now. Yeah, that's going to be an issue. I had one somewhere. What did I do with it? Alright, we are back. That took way longer than it should have. Where we were, where I had placed this down over here, the dread lamp, and I thought it was supposed to be just for like squids and ocelots and parrots and stuff like that. I guess it's for everything. So it took a minute to get that thing out and to get everything going. So to get the cow in a jar, we need to place the jar down. Let's build this up one more just in case. Got our cow here. He's in there. We need us an anvil. Place it there. And boom. We have our cow in a jar. So that quest is complete, and that's going to give us a epic loot crate. So I've got everything set up over here. Not that we're going to use any of this stuff, but we've got the oven. This is more or less a furnace. We can make all the different tools and stuff, or the different pots and pans and stuff like that and put with it. With the toaster, we can make toast. We've got the crafting for food. If we've got items in here, it will show us what we can make with it. Of course, we've got water that we can add. We've got the milk that we can add to stuff. These counters are basically storage. Refrigerator is just big storage. Spice rack, you can place spices on. The tool racks, we can place tools on. And as long as everything's nice and neat and compact like this, it will recognize every bit of it. It's just one great big multi-block structure. So, but that has all of those complete. We do need to make rice bread, and I need to look that up. Rice bread is made with rice dough, which is made from rice, which is gotten from rice seeds, which we have rice seeds. Maybe we don't. We had rice seeds. What did I do with all that stuff? I do not have rice seeds. Alright, so my next bit of business is I'm going to make rice bread. See how to make it? I'm going to make it. I'm also going to make this chorus fruit. Chorus fruit, easy enough to make. Just from matter of fact, we can get that. Wait. Oh, I've got that. We have one of those. Well, what happened to all the Phyto Grow that I had? Well, I can't find anything. Anyways, I'll get all this stuff made and then I will be back. Alright, we are back. All our jerkies are slowly turning into jerky. I begin to get worried because there actually is a rabbit jerky and I thought this was going to be part of it. But it is not. So we've got all of the jerkies made. Chorus fruit. We're trying to figure out how to get those, and if we look at recipes for this, it's actually one of the things that you can get from the Botanic Miner. So I actually had a few of them in here, so I didn't even have to worry about making them. So that quest is complete. And then our rice bread I had to do some sifting for, but I got it. Bone milled a bunch of it, made the bread. We're good to go. So that now has 2 sections of our book complete. Getting closer and closer. Let's put all our money up. We've got 2 loot crates here to open up, 2 epic ones. Let's see what we get. And we got some more 64K drives and a ME crafting terminal, which the drives would do us some good, but right now we don't need them. But that'll replace the the EMC that we used before, and the crafting terminal we don't need. Matter of fact, how is our storage coming along down here? It's filling up pretty quick. We've got all the stuff coming from this going in there. Matter of fact, this thing is still. We've gone through about 700,000. Loot bags. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there. But anyways, with that, that's it. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.